label that belongs on it. Perfect. Okay, now play an F. Good. So we're going to start with a C chord, which consists of 3 notes. You have your C, your E, and your G. So if you could, find all 3 of those notes on the piano. Good. Okay, perfect. Do you think you could play that down an octave? It's off the keys, so I want you to play a few notes for me, and then we're going to play a few chords, just see what you remember, see what you've practiced. So if you could play a C for me. Good. Now can you make that C into a C chord? Perfect. Of your fingers as numbers. So your thumb is going to be number 1, pointer number 2, middle number 3, ring number 4, and pinky number 5. So if you could put your thumb, or number 1, on middle C, and then the remaining fingers on the next notes in chords. Perfect. So if you look at your sheet, it says 1, 1, 5, 5. Every time you see the number, you're going to hit the note. So could you play the top line? Perfect. That sounded great. If you can, try to speed it up a little bit, play it again, and if not, that's okay, but try to play it a little bit faster. Play the full song all the way through. Good, that was great. A little farther into our practice sessions, I wanted to bring you to the piano because it has a little bit of a different feel to it. So I want to see if you can just play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star all the way through that we did at our last session. Fingers belong and specific notes. I'm going to begin to teach you Someone Like You. So as you can see, I've given you the notes up here, and each verse gets played 4 times before you move on to the next. So what we're going to do, I'm going to play it for you, and then you're just going to repeat the notes after me. So it's going to start with an A, up to a C sharp, E, C sharp. Can you play that 4 times for yourself? Okay, so now we're going to do the last 2 lines, which are very similar. They just switch 1 note. So you're going to start off with an F sharp, to a C sharp, to the high F sharp, back to your C sharp. Try to play that 4 times. And then the last line is F sharp, just to a D, so you're just moving that middle finger. Now I'm going to have you play through the whole thing. I don't want you to rush through it. I don't want you to think that you can't make any mistakes, so if you mess up, it's fine. Just keep going. I'm going to teach you how to incorporate your left hand into the music. So I have the notes that you're supposed to be playing with your left hand written in purple on our sheet, and we're just going to work with those for now. We're not going to try to incorporate the left or the right yet. But your left hand, during the first verse you play, this thing, you're going to use your left hand, and you're going to use A, and then an octave down for you, an octave up for me. Correct. So during that first verse, you're just going to hold that down. So essentially, in the long run, it'll sound like this. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to move your fingers. You're always going to have your pinky on one A and then your thumb on the other, one up. So during the second phrase, you're going to move both to A flat. Right. And then the third, you're going to move down to F sharp. We're going to try to incorporate both hands together now. So, again, the left hand starts on A's. And then do you remember the verse, the first line of the verse?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So hold down your left hand as you play the first note of your right hand. Perfect. Now move down your left hand down to A flat and play the second line. That's okay, keep going. Now down to F sharp. Up to D, that one's kind of tough. That was really good. Do you think you could try to play it?
Okay.
Okay. You're fine. Like I said, if you mess up, just keep going. For someone who's never played before, you've improved a lot. Your finger movements are great, and it sounds a lot more smooth. So good job.